Welcome to Leamington Spa, which has officially been known as Royal Leamington Spa since 1830 when Queen Victoria granted the town a royal prefix. Leamington actually began life as a small village known as Leamington Prior when it was under the control of Kenilworth Priory. However, it swiftly expanded from the 18th century onwards when spa waters were discovered that were said to have healing properties much like Bath in the south of England. It soon came to be a very popular destination among wealthy people in the UK. Today, Leamington is twinned with Sceaux in France, and it's often nicknamed Silicon Spa thanks to the number of digital industries which have their headquarters here. Now, the wider Leamington Spa built-up area is home to around 100,000 people. In this video, we're going to show you the best things to do in Leamington Spa, as well as some hidden gems. Jeffson Gardens were created 160 years ago as pleasure grounds, and today they're home to a number of interesting monuments which we'll show you now. They're actually heritage listed and are home to a number of beautiful flower borders in the summer. However, my favourite time to visit has to be the autumn when all of the leaves are beautiful colours and you can really admire the gardens without too many crowds around. This obelisk dates all the way back to 1875 and it commemorates a local landowner who created the first pleasure gardens here on site in the newly developing Leamington Spa in 1834. The Jeffson Glasshouse lies in the heart of Jeffson Gardens and is home to a number of tropical and temperate plants, including things like banana trees. It's open for several hours a day, but it's unfortunately currently closed as it can be hired out for private events such as weddings. Dr. Henry Jephson promoted the benefits of Leamington Spa waters during Victorian times. In 1846, these gardens were then named after him, and in 1849, this memorial was created to remember him for eternity. This clock dates all the way back to 1925 and commemorates William Davis JP, who served as Mayor of Leamington 3 times. When you're visiting Leamington Spa, you may well be surprised at the number of elephant associations dotted all across town, including this elephant statue. Now, that's because the first elephant trainer in England was born here in Leamington Spa in 1850. He actually travelled to Sri Lanka and then brought the elephants back, and once back in town, he taught them a number of tricks and earned a lot of money for it. Luckily, practices like these are no longer allowed today, but that is how the Elephant Association began with Leamington. This ramp doesn't look like much, but during Victorian times this was known as the Elephant Wash, and in fact it still is known as that today, and this is where Sam Lockhart would have bathed his elephants in the River Lem. The All Saints Church is the main parish church of Leamington, and it dates all the way back to the latter half of the 19th century. It's Gothic revival in style and is home to lots of beautiful stained glass windows. The Royal Pump Rooms were one of the most famous spa facilities that were opened here in Leamington between the 18th and 19th centuries. Today, a lot of the area has been transformed into a museum and art gallery where you can learn more about the history of Leamington Spa. You can even see an old hammam which dates all the way back to the 19th century. The Pump Room Gardens are located directly outside of the pump room and date all the way back to 1814. The main highlight here is a bandstand which was created in the 19th century. Landsdowne Crescent is often said to be the most beautiful example of Victorian neoclassical architecture in Leamington. Although they're private residential homes now, they can still be admired via their exteriors. If you head around 15 minutes out of town via car, then you'll reach the Chesterton Windmill. This 17th century cylindric stone tower mill is Grade 1 listed and is now considered to be one of Warwickshire's most famous landmarks. You can typically park nearby and walk to the underneath of the mill, though unfortunately the interior is only accessible during certain periods. The Midland Oak can be found on the fringes of Leamington, and it's often said to be one of the potential centre points of England. In actual fact, this is the second such tree on site, as the original oak tree was cut down to make way for the nearby road. Now, a small plaque designates the historic significance of the Midland Oak. If you're looking for a cosy place to grab a coffee, drink or snack, then the Saxon Mill is a lovely gastropub on the River Avon. This is a former mill that once belonged to St Mary's Abbey in Kenilworth, and the property was used for milling right up until 1938. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more UK travel content. See you next time, bye!